The woman said unto him, I know that the Messiah cometh, which is called Christ, which means the Anointed One. When he is come, he will tell us all things. And then, dun dun dun, Yeshua said unto her, I that speaketh unto thee am he. So on a twisted way, he's like, hey, it's me. And unto this he came, okay, ready? 4:27. And upon this came his disciples, and marveled that he talked with the woman, yet no man said, What seekest thou, or why talketh with her? So none of them even asked. The woman then left her water pot, and they went away into the city, and saith unto the men, Come, see a man which told me all things that I ever did. Is this not the Christ? And when they went out of the city and came unto him, So the whole town, or however many people followed her to go find out. In 4:31. In the meanwhile, his disciples prayed, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye do not know of. Therefore said the disciples to one another, Hath any man brought him aught to eat? So they're asking, well, what is he going to eat? Does he have a steak hidden in his jacket or something? And Yeshua said unto them, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. Oh, I know that feeling. That is why I'm here. To not finish, and to have to think about it all the time, and to know this world just makes it so it's almost impossible to serve, is hard. So my meat is the same. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Therefore said to the disciples to one another, Hath any man brought him aught to eat? A-U-G-H-T. Yeshua said unto them, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. Say not ye, There are yet 4 months, and then cometh the harvest. Behold, I say unto you, Lift your eyes, and look on the fields, they are white, already to harvest. And he that reapeth receiveth wages, and he that gathereth fruit into life eternal, that both he that soweth and that he that reapeth may rejoice together. And herein is that saying true, One sows and another reapeth. I sent you to reap that whereupon ye bestowed no labor, other man labored, and ye are entered into their labors. And many of Samaritans of that city believed on him for the saying of the woman, which testified, He told me all things that I ever did. So when the Samaritans were come unto him, that he would tarry with them, and he abode there 2 days. And many more believed because of his own word, and said unto the woman, Now, we believe not because of thy sayings. Okay, wait a minute. And many more believed because of his own word, and said unto the woman, Now we believe not because of thy saying, for what we have heard of him ourselves. So at first they just believed because of her, and now they believe because of what they heard themselves. And they say, We have heard him ourselves, and know this is indeed the Christ, the Savior of the world. Doo-doo-doo. It's pretty cool, huh? Now after 2 days he departed thence, and went into Galilee. For Yeshua himself testified that a prophet has no honor in his own country. They actually kicked him out at some point. Then, when he had come unto Galilee, the Galileans received him, having seen all the things that he did at Jerusalem, at the feast. For they also went unto the feast. So Yeshua came again into Cana of Galilee, where he made the water into wine. And there was a certain nobleman whose son was sick at Capernaum. When he had heard that Yeshua was come out of Judea into Galilee, he went up unto him, and besought him that he would come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. So his son's about to die, and he's like, Hey Jesus, I seen what you've done. Can you please help my son? So what did Jesus say? Then Yeshua, which means the chosen salvation of I am that I am, in Hebrew, and then Jesus is in Greek. The nobleman saith unto him, Sir, come down, or his child's going to die. Jesus saith unto him, Go thy way, because your son's going to live. Go thy way, thy son liveth. And the man believed the word that Yeshua had spoken unto him, and he went his way. And when he was now going down, his servants met him and told him the saying, Thy son liveth. So he did it. And we don't even know where the son was, but he got fixed just because he said it. Then inquired he of them the hour which he began to get better, or began to amend. And they said unto him, Yesterday at the 7th hour the fever left him. So the father knew that it was at the same hour in which Yeshua said unto him, Thy son liveth, and he himself believed, and so did his whole house. This is again the second miracle that Yeshua did when he was come out of Judea into Galilee. Chapter 5. After this there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water, or moved it around. And whoever first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in was made whole of whatever disease he had. It's pretty cool, the angel, but some people can't walk. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. When Yeshua saw him lay down, and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, where he was stuck there for a long time, he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? So the person laying on the ground was like, What? I can't get in the water. How am I going to be made whole? So the impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me in the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. So Yeshua saith unto him, Rise, take thy bed and walk. So instead of getting in the water, Yeshua is saying, just get up, rise up. Remember that song? Rise up, and take thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed and walked. And on the same day was a Sabbath. The Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, This kills me. So when there's 2 kinds of Jews, just think about that. There's Kenites and there's ones that love God. And if you love God, and somebody that never walked before and stuck on the side of a pool for 38 years, and none of the high priests of the Torah, the people that say they're Jews, came over and helped them, people just didn't believe. They believed more in an angel making one little pool but they still wouldn't go help him. 38 years, and he's just sitting there waiting. Like they couldn't just take turns. So now here's what the Jews do when this guy's miraculously healed. And it's not all the Jews, it's just the ones that don't believe. The Jews said unto him that was cured, Is it the Sabbath day? The Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, Is the Sabbath day, is it not lawful for thee to carry thy bed? It is the Sabbath day, and you're not allowed to carry your bed. He answered them, He that made me whole, the same said unto me, Take up thy bed and walk. Then asked they him, What man is that which said unto thee, Take up thy bed and walk? And he that was healed was not he. Okay, wait a minute. John 5:13. Then asked they, What man is that which said unto thee, Take up thy bed and walk? And he that was healed wist not who it was, so he didn't tell him who it was. For Yeshua had conveyed himself away, a multitude being in that place. So he got away. Afterward, Yeshua findeth him in the temple, and said unto him, Behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. So it was due to sin. He said, so you're healed now, don't sin anymore, and then you'll be okay. Otherwise, something worse is going to happen. Kind of like when you're clean and then the 7 meter demons come. The man departed and told the Jews that it was Yeshua which had made him whole. And therefore did the Jews persecute Yeshua, and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day, which is today. But Yeshua answered them, My Father worketh hereto, and I work. My Father worketh, so I'm going to work. Therefore the Jews sought to kill him more, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but said also that God was his Father, making himself equal with God, because we're all children of God. Then answered Yeshua and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also the Son does likewise. God, Old English is so hard. So basically it's saying, Yeshua answered and said, for sure, I say unto you, a son can do nothing by himself, but the only thing he can do is what he sees his Father do, because then he does what his Father does. For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that he doeth, and he will show him greater works than these, that ye will marvel. For the Father raises up the dead, and quicketh... I love this part. For the Father raises up the dead, and quickeneth them, even so the Son will quickeneth whom he will. Which is what happened to me, Romans 8:11. And also Hebrews 5:7, cried till I died and woke up. That all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoureth not the Son, honoureth not the Father which had sent him. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word, and that believeth on him that sent me, has everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Yeshua, the Son of Yahweh, and they that hear shall live. For as the Father hath life in himself, so he hath given the Son to have life in himself. And he hath given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the son of Adam. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all the graves, and marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in the which that are in the graves shall hear his voice. So anybody that's still in slumber and asleep, your grave is like your flesh, your cocoon before you wake up. It's also a grave in the ground, but once you die, the silver cord parts, and you're back with God. And then the only question I have is, what happens during that 3 days? Do you go straight to God and then come back during the 3 days, or what's the 3 days? But it's a big deal. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth. They have done good, and unto the resurrection of life; that they have done evil, unto the resurrection of damnation. So everybody's going to wake up when we're changed. And you're either going to go to the resurrection of the life, or you're going to go to the one that's evil, and you're going to have damnation. I can, of my own self, do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. There is another that beareth witness of me, and I know that the witness which he witnesses of me is true. Ye sent unto John, and ye bear witness unto the truth. John 6:31. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. Therefore, John 6:32. There is another that beareth witness of me, and I know that the witness which he witnesseth of me is true. Ye sent unto John, and he bare witness unto the truth. But I received not testimony from a man, but these things I say, that ye might be saved. He was burning in a shining light. That's John. Elijah. And ye were willing for a season to rejoice in that light. But I have greater witness than that of John, for the works which the Father has given me to finish, the same works that I do, bear witness of me that the Father has sent me. And the Father himself which has sent me has borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time nor seen his shape.